Hi guys, I pray that all is well. I pray that you guys test the spirit by the spirit to know if this word is for you. But I want to let you guys know that God is doing divine reconciliation and restoration in the areas of family, friendships, and marriage, guys. So, for myself, I was told to go back to an area that I came out of, and that will be the church that I came from, one, and second, to my mother's home. So I invited my siblings to church this week, guys, and I was told that only my sister that's of age could actually go, and my mom said that my other siblings couldn't go. So with that being said, my little sister, she worked last night, so I told her she can come over and she can take a nap here. But she ended up going home, and my mom told me that I couldn't even come back to her home last week whenever I seen her. She told me I can see my brothers and sisters in the streets. But with that being said, guys, when I went to get my sister today, we went to church. I came back to drop my sister off from church, and my mother, this is a lot of information too, guys, but hey, it's all for the glory of God, guys. So I dropped my sister off, and I asked my sister, could she talk to my mom and see if I actually can come in, and if my other little sister can come with me to an outing. We went to lunch, and my mother said yes. But not only did she say yes, she came home within the next 10 minutes or so, and I seen her, and I gave her a hug. I told her good afternoon, y'all. I gave her a hug, and all is well. Like, I know God is doing a great and mighty work in my life in general, and I know he's still working on restoration, reconciliation, and healing. But to be able to go back in those environments without getting worked up, without confrontation, or just anything, like just being used by God, just being an oracle of God, is a blessing, because all I had to do was be myself. I didn't have to get on a defense. I didn't have to wonder what they were thinking or how they were going to take me. But sometimes God allows us to go around the mountain. Sometimes he allows us to run around the city of Jericho. You know how they went around Jericho? Sometimes he allows us to go through the same trial and test over and over again, because I've done this numerous times. But this time it was different. This time it was different because God that began a good work in me, y'all. It's none of me, it's all of him. I received deliverance 2 days ago, and I learned to operate in him and in forgiveness, because God has forgiven me so many times. How could I not forgive others? Like, I forgive my mother. I just need her to forgive herself, and I told her that today, and it's a beautiful thing, guys. I know this won't be the end. I know this is only the beginning of the journey. But I'm going to be reading today from John 15:14. John 15:4, guys. John 15:4 is the verse of the day, and it says, "Abide in me as I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me." See, when we just listen to God, if we just abide in God, all things will be smoothed out. All confrontation, there will be no confrontation. Honestly, every time I went home, I believe that God allowed the situations not to be how I imagined them to be instantly, because he built it up to this point. He wants it to be fully done, fully through. He wants the deliverance and the healing and the restoration to be fully as unto him, because he doesn't want us to go through this every year, and he doesn't want this to be a continuous pattern. Because sometimes we think that something is healed. Sometimes we think that something is done and over with, because the first time I went back home, I just said what God told me to say, and I thought we were done from that first time. But God let me do that like 5 more times. Honestly, I don't believe this is the last time. He allowed me to do that 5 more times so I can see the progression that we have made in the time frame since then into now. So I went back home about 2 months ago. So I had 5 different encounters since those 2 months, and every time God has showed me something different. And this time I feel like I see the difference. I see that he's doing a great and mighty work in my family, but at the same time, I know that he still has work for all of us. And it's not just working them, it's working me, because sometimes it could be our perspective, the believer's perspective in the situation that is off. Sometimes we could be listening to the wrong voice, because there's 2 voices. There's the voice of the enemy and the voice of God. And if we're not listening to the right one, we can be doing the wrong thing as well. Don't believe that you're exempt from doing the wrong thing. But I can tell you guys that you guys pray without ceasing still, because just because you believe that it's healed, just because you believe that the situation is deaded or it's finished and a complete work is finished, does not mean that we need not to pray. It's just like in any situation. Whenever you get that breakthrough, a financial breakthrough, a business breakthrough, any kind of breakthrough that God delivers you to, do not stop praying for that situation, because just as he give it to you, he can take it away. But I pray that you guys have a blessed day. I pray that you guys enjoyed your day. Y'all have a blessed one. Bye.